gets the starting assignment here. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a very nice season so far. He's got an ERA in the low 3s. So hopefully he can continue that here in this one. Give his ball club a chance to win.
David Lee heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Shortstop, David Lee.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, despite that loss last time out, they're still on a pretty nice run as they'd won 6 in a row prior to that.
And after the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Even though this night's only 3 pitches old, already we're seeing some disagreement on the strike zone.
Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And this is what you want when you're facing a young starter. Get him in the stretch right away, make him uncomfortable out there. He's in trouble already after a leadoff single.
John Jay will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Before the first pitch, a check at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And that's in there for strike one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Must think something's up.
A softly hit ball here, foul, off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily.
Keeping him close.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Popped up. There to make the catch is Arenado for the first out. And now a shot of the Cardinals starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He was a run-producing machine last month, driving in over 30 runs. He just kept coming through with runners in scoring position, and he found a variety of ways to get it done. That's doing what it takes to help your team win ball games.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. There you see the company he's in terms of that NL batting race. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Runners on first with one down. Hit hard to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there.
Batting fourth, third baseman,
Number three will dig in now. And he's come through in many a situation like this. Currently fourth in the National League RBI race.
Well, this is a pretty small sample size because the season is still young. But I don't have any doubt he's going to be up near the top of a bunch of leaderboards when this year's all said and done.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And since we were referring to the NL RBI leaders a moment ago, there they are on your screen. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. The 0-2 home. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And not only was that way high, but you've got to be careful not to airmail one over your catcher's head.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Here's a look over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You need to be awfully careful here. The runners at the corners, that's bad enough. You do not want to load the bases here in the very first inning.
Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. He's set. Here's the 3-2. This is in the air out to right field. Sosa waits on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, they were looking for at least a sac fly here, and fortunately for them, they had the right man for the job at the plate. So, nice work to come through and drive home an important run.
Mark McGuire will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And he's off to the start we all expected. I think he'll be right up there on the leaderboards at the end of this season.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. A runner on first with 2 away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Three and 0 now.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
He's set, and the 3-0 offering. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, And you know he wanted that one.
Second baseman.
Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Nick Savage will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
Well, he didn't have a very good month last month at the plate. It wasn't terrible, but he did see that average take a decent hit.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Cards forced to settle for one. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. St. Louis is out in front, 1-0. Jay Lee gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he had his good stuff going in his last start, recording 10 strikeouts. He'll look to duplicate that here.
Ben Zobrist comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Savage will wait on it, 1 down. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Arismendi Alcantara gets his first try now, and he's seen that average climb the last week or so. Line to the right side. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around first, on his way to second now.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home, and he'll get in there safely.
And you can pretty much see this starting to set up out there right about when he hit first base. Remember, this guy can absolutely fly. So he just put his head down and he said, I ain't stopping. And he makes it all the way around to score for the inside the park home run.
Sammy Sosa will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
Yeah, and look at the way the rookies lighten it up. Boy, he could very well be in the Rookie of the Year discussion with numbers like that.
Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left, and that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Nolan Arenado will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back easily. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Coming to the plate now, Javier Baez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
Well, he's not letting them get a gauge on anything here on those first 3 pitches. He saw a slider, a fastball, then a big curveball. Now he's set up for almost anything on a 1-2 pitch.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, these guys have the highest fielding percentage in the National League. As a guy on the mound, you really enjoy that because you know they're going to pick you up.
Miguel Montero will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1-0.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count. Because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
Here it comes, 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
And that's 3 straight pitches, all over 100 miles an hour. If he throws a changeup for a strike here, that guy's got no chance.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Hit hard on the ground to second. A spin and a throw, and he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw from short right, and that ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley, all tied at 1-1. Ed Easley makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Ed Easley.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Sosa is under it. 1 down. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we have an opportunity to watch Nolan Arenado in this one.
he's really come a long way since first breaking into the league. Remember, in 2015, he won the Gold Glove Award at third base. He also put together a stellar offensive year. Really one of the best all-around players in all of baseball.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Peter Borges comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Jay Lee.
Stepping in, Jay Lee. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hot shot to third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Kind of surprising here because he's got the pitcher running down to first. Take your time, set your feet, make a good throw. No reason to throw this one away.
Stepping in now, David Lee. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. Runner aboard at first here with two gone in a 1-1 ball game. Throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Pitch count already becoming a factor. He's at 34 now, still not out of the second inning.
And the pitch on 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. One left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Chris Coghlan strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
The left fielder, number 8, Chris Coghlan.
In there, strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like that too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, well, two things actually. One, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and two, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Doug Bernier will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
The count's 1-1.
Now a throw over to first,
No, he's safe.
and he'll get back in safely.
Keeping an eye on him.
Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, the strikeouts sure come in bunches for this guy. Remember, he had 10 of them in his last start, and he's well on his way to maybe even matching that number in this game.
Into the box now, Kyle Hendricks tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Trying to move the runner into scoring position here, but this is a foul ball. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Bunt sign still on with 2 strikes as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he takes this one high, 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Ground ball right side. To his left, Savage. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. John Jay is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Center fielder, John Jay.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Here's a swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Now a ball rolls softly to second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Settling in now, Michael Lee. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
1 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
And one thing this kid's going to find out is that everything speeds up at the major league level. You know, those pitches that you were on top of in AAA, they have a tendency to get on top of you much quicker now. You got to learn to adjust.
Number 3 will dig in. Hit a sacrifice fly earlier. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Alcantara is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Arismendi Alcantara digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Arismendi Alcantara.
In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 21, Sammy
Into the box
Sosa.
now, Sammy Sosa. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
Fastball called strike. 1-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
And as a baseball fan, it's fun to watch this guy pitch. As a hitter, when he's bringing it at 102, that part's not so fun.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he'll swing and pop this one up right near home plate. Easily. He's got it, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Mark McGuire is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Oh, 2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Hit hard to the right side. Zobrist is there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth.
And, you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. You know, this guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spots, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Savage. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Standing in now, Ed Easley. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Now the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Two out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Javier Baez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
First delivery to him on the way. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A little bit outside. 2-1. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Miguel Montero stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch on its way.
That's a ball.
Too high. 1-0. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. But take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Too high. And it's 3-0. Chris Coughlin waits on deck. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Oh, had the green light there, but it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Second walk here in the 4th inning. I mean, that's too many against this bunch. It doesn't look like he and his catcher are on the same page right now.
Digging in, Chris Coughlin. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. First and second here with nobody out. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Doug Bernier is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
This one's blooped out toward right center field, and no one can corral that one. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
And you know, once you see this ball get down in right center, I was thinking this is a run easy. But that's a nice play to get to it quickly and fire it back in, and that'll wind up forcing that runner to hold on at third base.
In now, Kyle Hendricks, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one.
Oh, and he had a pitch to hit right there, too. He just didn't hit it.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, you know, that would have been a good spot to help your own cause, but I think any kind of base hit there would have been more of an accident than a real plan. I mean, he's in over his head, and it shows.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jay Lee will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so far.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The pitch count there, one pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Just missing here, 2-0.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Coughlin is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like two totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
David Lee steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here comes the first pitch. In there, and it's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Here comes the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. And another foul ball. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Chopped weakly to the left. Arenado's got it on to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
There's nothing easy about this play right here. It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field and throw pretty much all in one motion, and he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
In now is John Jay. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, he came right back in there with the fastball. Even a little tighter that time. That's what you have to do against a guy like this.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Sinking line drive out to right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And that at-bat right there, that's exactly why this guy's such a tough out. I mean, he's not going to launch too many balls into the stands, but he will do this, and that's work the count in his favor and then come through with a solid single.
Michael Lee will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
The 0-1 on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Number 3 stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Smoke toward third. Arenado has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Arismendi Alcantara will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. The windup and the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground to short. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Hit sharply on the ground. Savage on the grass. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Hit to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Mark McGuire will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning.
Mark McGuire.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Bernier comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Nick Savage will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that 2-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Well, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Full count, here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, it didn't look like there was anything too special about this ground ball. It just looked like he maybe raised his head a little bit there, and that'll cost him a 1-out base runner.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And he's back in standing. Stepping in now, Ed Easley. A pitch out, the throw, and they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
Oh, man, these are outs that you have to count on getting. You already guessed right, and you pitched out. And even just an average throw at this point is going to nail him at second base. But you can see here, this one's off to the left side of the bag, and by the time he reels it in, that runner's able to slide in there safely.
That's wide, 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
Outside and low, 3-0. Peter Borges will be next. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate, and he's safe.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Here's Peter Borges standing in as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. On the ground up the middle. Flip of his glove for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and no one left on base. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Cardinals lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Javier Baez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Fastball called for strike 2.
I think generous is the word here. That looked like it was 6 inches off the plate.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Striding into the box, Miguel Montero. He drew a walk his first time up. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Fastball, then this one runs in on him as he has to dance out of danger there. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he's getting some good run on that 2-seamer. It's moving better than it was even a few innings ago.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Chris Coughlin stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Borges. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Edwin Jackson is on the pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 36, Edwin Jackson. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number 5.
Jay Lee will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Lee.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Hit out towards second. Zobrist has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Up next for the Cardinals, shortstop, David Lee.
David Lee gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
In now is John Jay as he'll take a look at ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Runners on first with 1 down. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And a dive, but he's back. Set to deliver on 2-1. Hits this one hard the other way. Taken in by Zobrist. Spin throw gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Michael Lee takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
And there's the Jackson fastball as he uses it to get ahead 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
All even now, 2-2. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cards leave one. They lead it 2-1.
Seventh inning stretch.
Leading off the inning, Doug Bernier, and they'll need him to get something going here. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Into the seats, 0-1. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Oh, that one got the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. One away now. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Wellington Castillo will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. 1 out, nobody on. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. And you can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
There's the St. Louis manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Randy Choate will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Randy Choate.
Ben Zobrist will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner. Foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Ready on 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. One and two, here it comes. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
2-2.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
All right, now just playing a little station-to-station baseball, and nothing wrong with that at this point in the ballgame, especially because now you get that possible tying run into scoring position at second base, still just 1 out, and meanwhile, you also get the potential go-ahead run on base as well.
Trying to hold the lead. Arismendi Alcantara is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Even though this is still just a 1-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Hit back up the middle. A bare hand for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They're down 2-1. Number 3 will step in. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly thus far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Drilled to the right side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Mark McGuire will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. He's set. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Oh, and a good fastball hitter here. To me, that's a little surprising that he wouldn't be swinging away on 2-0.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's set down, 1 away. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown nine have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Nick Savage will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the eighth. That missed. Close. It's ball two.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
Three and 0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Perhaps sensing he's going to look to first. Runner's back. Runners on first with one down. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball four. First and second now with one away.
Now batting, catcher.
Pedro Strop will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are two on with only one away.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Ed Easley will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, and a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castillo has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start, so he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Peter Borges will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. That's by him for strike one.
That might have been his best swing of the night there. He was right on it.
Grounded up the first baseline. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Good work that time from the Chicago pen. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cardinals are out in front, 2-1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Walter Johnson is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
In the 7th spot, number 21, Walter Johnson. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number 4.
Leading off the inning, Sammy Sosa, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Sammy Sosa.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just hung in there on that one. Set to deal on 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Yeah, in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, it's always important to get that first out. Put that offense on their back heels.
Nolan Arenado strides in, grounded out his last time through. First offering on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit in the air out to left. Borges on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Well, I'll tell you what, this won't look like a whole lot in the box score, but anytime you can make a pitcher use up 8 pitches to get you out, you've done your job as a hitter.
Javier Baez We'll come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Two and 0 now.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were 2 tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to learn that harder isn't always better. You've got to be able to dial that fastball down a few miles an hour and make sure you keep it in the strike zone.
Anthony Rizzo will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And the runner back. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Too high, and it's 3-0. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, taking all the way right there. You better be taking 3-0 after he walked the previous guy.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Good battle. Count remains full. Two out with a man at first. This is line to left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Bill Clark will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse.
24, Bill Clark.
kicking off the top of the ninth, Yadier Molina, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go, just forget about it, and concentrate on the next one.
Into the box, David Lee, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He waits. Now the pitch. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And that misses 2-2. High in the air and deep to left center field. Alcantara racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1.
You know, this late in the game, any extra runs that you can tack on carries so much importance. And this is going to make it a 3-run lead now here in the top of the 9th. So that could wind up being a little too tough to overcome.
Now batting, the center fielder, John Jay.
In now is John Jay, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. And that's lifted the other way out to left. There to take it in is Coughlin, and there's your first out.
Up next for the
And you'll see
Cardinals.
where this pitch is.
Right fielder,
It's up, but it's
Michael
up far enough
Lee.
that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Into the box now, Michael Lee, as he'll lay off a slider too low, ball one. Squared that one up just a little late. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. One out, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. To his left, Zobrist. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Number 3.
Number 3 stands in. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. And that's more of a slurve than a slider, but whatever it is, it's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Scorch to third. Arenado takes it in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. St. Louis leads it 4-1. Paul Lee is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 15, Paul Lee.
Striding in to start the ninth, Chris Coughlin, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Doug Bernier will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. A runner at first with no outs here. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Good knuckleball, and it's a called strike 2. Grounded to third. This could be two. Right to him. One there, and that will send some folks to the exits, I'm sure. It's a double play, and they're down to their final out now.
And that may have sealed their fate right there. You get the leadoff man on here in the ninth, but then it's a big double play right here, and it's like all the energy just got sucked right out of this ballpark.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike one.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
2 out, nobody on. Taken, called, strike two, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he gets strike three called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 4-1. Good night from Chicago.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Cubs, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.